Well, hello, this is Rochelle and welcome to my channel. So today I'm working from a devotional and printables by Vanessa, and she's over on Soul Sisters this month, who does a monthly kind of Bible journaling guide and prompts and printables. And I've printed this onto trace paper. This is a 90 GSM Prime Art trace paper. I printed it with my normal inkjet printer, so if I do get water on this, trace paper will warp anyways, but the ink will bleed into the pages. So I just want kind of that torn edge on these two goodies, and I'm just cleaning my scissors with an alcohol wipe as it has gotten quite sticky from cutting tape. And then putting these two trace paper elements through my Xyron sticker maker so that it puts an adhesive backing onto the trace paper as a whole, and then I can put that in without it showing any liquid glue marks. The rest of this little bit is cutting and fussy cutting and whatnot else. A lot of fun. I actually don't like fussy cutting, and I very well could have taken out my machine and done this, but I really needed to kind of ponder on this word. This word says for us, that we are not like a horse that needs to have a bit and a bridle in. We should be led by the Spirit, and that's in Psalm 32, and I really love just everything about this printable, everything about this devotional, how Vanessa shares her personal experience with the horses, and realizing how God speaks to us wherever we are in whatever we're doing. So if you're a horse owner, or if you're an accountant, or wherever you are, God speaks to you in a way that you will understand and in a way that will make sense to you. I've gotten asked this question by my daughter: how do you hear the voice of God? And I realized that it's not very few moments. It's those huge, big, kind of audible voice of God, heaven sings, wind blows moments. I actually can only recall pretty much one of those kind of feel moments in my life. The rest have been just God taking you through those everyday moments, and then all of a sudden something just kind of makes sense to you. Or you may have read Psalm 23 a million times, and then all of a sudden something stands out to you. I'm just laying down some splatters and splotches smushing in the background using the new Faber-Castell GoldFaber Aqua dual markers. They are water soluble. They work perfect in this Arch and Olive Kraft dot journal, and so yes, just loving that. I was going to say the voice of God. If you're a bean counter like me, at some stages there's just a time when the debits equal the credits in your spiritual life too. And all of a sudden you've gone through the same thing over and over again. In accounting, they often say go and get a fresh eye. Really, it is just going back and seeing how God does speak to you in your everyday life. It's always confirmed by the Word of God. So if you have the Word of God with you, you can confirm that which your spirit hears from God. And so that's what it's saying here in this devotional, that we should be like that, controlled by the Spirit, which then is our kind of bit and bridle, if you want to put it that way. He really does kind of guide you and show you where you need to go if you're open to it and if you're wanting to hear his voice. I'm using a 0.7. This is the dark sepia Pit Artist pen. I love my Pit Artist pens because they are permanent India ink. They don't bleed, and they give such a nice crisp writing. And then also when I do need, or if I do spill or I use water or whatever else on the other page, because it's waterproof and light fast, it doesn't lose color or smudge, which is important to me. And so I'm just writing down those two sets of verses. The one is Psalm 32 verse 8 and 9, and then Galatians 5 verse 25. I am going to end up writing Psalm 32 verse 10 as well, because it really is kind of the perfect ending to that whole psalm, and listening to what the Word of God says there. Well, not ending, but ending of that piece. So that then is my layout in a nutshell. Thank you for joining me today, getting back into it. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.